My name is Luke Feast, and I live in Sanctuary Hills with my wife and infant son. I said hi to Codsworth. Now we all know how Fallout 4 starts. The guy comes to your door, you put in your special attributes. I named myself Luke Feast. I wanted 5 strength, 5 perception, 4 endurance, 5 charisma, 4 intelligence, 3 agility, and 2 luck. Now we all know how Fallout 4 starts. Big boom happens, they take my son, bye bye wife. That's better, I'm finally out of the vault. I started getting supplies around the area, and then I ran into Codsworth.
It's really you!
I told him what happened, and explained to him my situation about how my son was kidnapped. We started searching the neighborhood together.
Thanks for your help, Codsworth.
Good luck, sir.
Now this is what my new home looked like. A huge mess. And it was time for me to start cleaning it up. I went into my old bedroom and started adding some decoration and storage areas. I started scraping a lot of things. Then it was time to go to Concord. I ran into Dogmeat.
Hey, boy. What are you doing out here all by yourself?
I went to Red Rocket Truck Stop and used it as a workshop and made a bed, so I made a save. Then a bunch of mole rats started attacking us at the Red Rocket Truck Stop. And then I cooked their meat. I added a water pump and added some purified water for myself. I found these blood bug hatchlings and they started attacking me and they managed to kill me. Survival mode's pretty hard. So I decided to throw a Malovolo cocktail at them, or however you pronounce it. That didn't work. So I decided to throw 2 at them, and that managed to work fine. We made it to Concord. We had to kill the raiders there. They did manage to kill me on the first try. I got my head blown off. My beautiful head. But then we kept going.
I've got a group of settlers inside. The raiders are almost through the door. Grab that laser musket and help us, please!
I had to save the settlers. We had to fight our way through the Museum of Freedom, but I got my head blown off. But then I died again. And again. And again. And again. And then I was all in the guy died again. I managed to, after a while, get some kills on them. I then grabbed the fusion core and killed the last of the raiders.
Man, I don't know who you are, but your timing's impeccable.
I talked to Preston Garvey about the raider problems. I met the settlers and they talked about a power armor that could be used to help kill the raiders. I got the fusion core for it, so we were ready to use the power armor to kill the raiders. So I put it in. I managed to make some good progress. I threw some grenades at the death claw, but then it did kill me. Tried again. And then I did manage to actually kill it. It almost hit me there. And when I got out, I realized the armor, my power armor was gone. So I wanted to do it again and not get my power armor damaged. I started blowing up the car to help kill the death claw and it flew far away. I thought it was dead for a second, but nope, it was still alive. And it tried to throw the car at me. I healed my dog and we killed all the hostiles in Concord. Preston Garvey was very impressed.
That was a pretty amazing display.
I decided to join them in Sanctuary to help their cause as Minutemen.
Maybe you'll come to Sanctuary with us.
All right, Garvey. I'm in.
And then I got information about where my son might be, in Diamond City.
Your son's energy. He's alive. The great green jewel of the Commonwealth. Diamond City.
What's in Diamond City? Is Sean there?
We started working our way through Concord, heading towards the Sanctuary.
We're right behind you, boss.
We were ready to create our new home. Look at, they don't know how to go around. Dumbasses can't just go around because I guess it's glitched out.
Mr. Luke, welcome back, sir.
I reconnected with Codsworth and I told him about everything, and we decided to travel together.
Not to worry there, pup. Your martyr is in good hands.
I should have listened to Mama Murphy all along. Pretty nice place she's found for us.
Preston Garvey opened up about how a settlement needed our help.
I've had word from a settlement asking for help.
So I decided to help him.
I'd be glad to help.
That's fantastic.
And then I talked to Mama Murphy and convinced her not to use chems on the first try, which was actually kind of surprising.
It doesn't have to define what you are or what you can give.
All right, kid, you got me. Then I'll go clean. No more chems, no more sight.
It was time for me to start scraping everything in the sanctuary. I had the trading stand that I wasn't able to use yet so I could see how much wood and steel I was collecting. And I tried to get 3,000. And then I scraped everything in the sanctuary and it was pretty empty. I needed to add things to it. I started adding a ton of beds because I was gonna add more than just the 5 people that were here. I wanted to add a ton of settlers and make this like a nice settling place. I started adding fences for gardening plots, and I wanted to add the different crops in different areas organized. So I added more fences on different sides of the house. Then I started dragging the melons into one crop plot and started organizing the melons in one area, and then I got the gourd and organized it in another area. So each crop was in a different area.
Seems to be growing well.
And then I started expanding the crops and adding more. I needed to add more water, so I added a dock and made a water purifier and a large water pump. We needed to power it, so I added a plot where I could add generators on top of it. I connected the water pump to the generator and added some wires connecting to the water purifier so it would be powered up. I added a defense area. Don't want to level up too much, and there's a specific reason for that. I wanted to get the gun nut perk. I didn't want to level up so fast because in survival you level up way faster, and that's good, but Preston Garvey will match missions based off the difficulty that the level you're at. So if you level up too much, he'll give you harder missions based off the level, and I don't think I'm ready for those hard missions yet, like fucking Finch Farm. I got Mama Murphy and assigned her to the guard tower so we'd have more defense. I added a gate so we'd be able to protect the entrance a little better and added some barriers. I added this large watchtower thing, and then I wanted to add a heavy machine gun turret, but I didn't have enough circuitry, so I went to Red Rocket Truck Stop right next to the sanctuary and grabbed a telephone which had circuitry. But then I realized I wasn't able to place the heavy machine gun turret on top of the thing, so I was upset about that. So I made a different area to place the heavy machine gun turret on. That should be fine. And now we have a nice gardening plot for both crops. And we have a nice guard tower with Mama Murphy and a heavy machine gun turret guarding the sanctuary. We have a water purifier, but it's pretty open. People could attack it from the bridge. I wanted to repair my power armor.
Very handy, sir. And I should know.
Codsworth likes it when I do that.
It's been a long road. But yeah, I think this is it. Home. Feels good.
I was glad to help.
Well, I appreciate it.
I started adding a barrier for the water purifier because then it would be a little more well protected. I added a little house next to the defense area so people could relax when they're defending, and then they could just make a little base kind of. Added some decorations and a bed. It looks pretty nice. I wanted to add my own general quarters house area, so I started building the floor area and started adding walls. I wanted a little garage area too, I started adding the roof, but I wanted a triangle roof area right here on the second floor. So I wanted to add glass so we could see out through the roof, and then I added the roof, and I think it looks pretty awesome. My little house right here. It's pretty nice looking. And then we got the water purifier right here. I added some storage areas in my house. And then it was time to go to Red Rocket Truck Stop. I started scraping things inside Red Rocket Truck Stop. It was time to go inside this one room that has a lot of useful things inside so I could get a radio recruitment beacon. I started expanding my crops too. And then I realized I had a new kind of crop, so I added a fenced out area and added a new crop in there. Also added a fenced out area with gourd inside it inside Red Rocket Truck Stop. It made it look nice. But I didn't have enough material, so I had to go to Trudy.
What's going on here?
That's a simple business dispute, got it? Trudy's sitting on a pile of goods that she owes me.
I'll talk to her. Maybe we can work this out.
Appreciate it.
Look, you owe the money. If you just pay...
All right, I'll pay. But that bastard ain't gonna sell one more drop of jet to my boy.
I got some equipment off Trudy and was able to get paid from Wolfgang.
We get paid and I don't even gotta shoot nobody. Good job. Here.
I added a recruitment beacon at Red Rocket Truck Stop and a generator. I also added some defense too. So we have a nice garden at Red Rocket Truck Stop and a radio recruitment beacon and some defense. It was time to go to Pines Bluff to get another settlement on our side.
We're rebuilding the Minutemen from the ground up.
There's a raider gang that's been giving us trouble for weeks, stealing food and supplies.
Don't worry. I'll take care of those raiders for you.
Thanks, friend.
It was time to work my way towards the Cordova assembly plant. I worked my way through ghouls. And then we made it to Lexington. There was a lot of raiders that I had to kill, and they ended up killing me on the first try. And I tried again, and I was able to kill them. But then I ran out of ammo, so I went back to Trudy to buy more. And then I kept destroying all of the equipment and raiders. I started fighting my way through the Cordova assembly plant. I got a mod that lets you build things outside of Sanctuary, so I made a bed so I could save. I worked my way through fighting raiders, but I ended up dying. And I tried again, and I died again. I kept working my way through the raiders, and I died again. And then I died again. Started making progress after a while. After lots of deaths. I managed to kill enough raiders and destroyed the machine gun turret, and Codsworth helped me finish it off. I started looting their ammo, and then I was able to unlock the security gate with the computer. And then a robot came out and helped me kill the last raider. That was the main raider that I was supposed to kill. We worked our way back to Pines Bluff to let them know about the good news.
You find those raiders?
Yeah, I took care of them.
No kidding. That's the best piece of news we've had around here for a good long time. So we've been talking. We decided if you came through for us, we'd join up with the Minutemen again. If we want things to get better, we've got to start helping each other.
I started scraping things in Pines Bluff. But then it was time to go back to Sanctuary to let Preston know about the good news.
That's great news. I knew you were the right person for the job.
Preston Garvey opened up about the Quincy massacre he was involved with.
I figured you'd tell me when you were ready.
He told me he wanted to rebuild the Minutemen, and he wanted me to help.
The people there called for the Minutemen to help. We were the only ones that came. The other groups, they just turned their backs. Only a few of us got out alive. I can't rebuild the Minutemen, but I think you can.
Mr. Garvey is quite right, sir. If anyone can unite the people, it's you.
I'll do it.
That's the spirit, sir, and one giant step in the right direction for the Commonwealth.
I'll be right beside you all the way, General.
That's quite a promotion you just gave me.